So you guys are at the playground doing whatever normal average kids do at a playground, and everybody else is kind of trying to blend in and keep watch. So just because I want to add some more hilarity to this, one of the other people who happen to be in this playground is Dan the man. So
Mark was gonna bring Dan back.
I just needed to bring an excuse to Dan man. So Dan the man, you're visiting Morocco because you're a wizard. You can jump from continent to continent. And let's say you're with your a niece or a nephew. What do you want to call them, niece or nephew?
We'll say he has a nephew named Dana because there's too many male redheads right now.
All right, you got a nephew, and because I always feel like this person kills the random characters. AJ, you get to be the nephew. So AJ, you're the nephew.
My God.
So you're bringing. So set this up. Dan the man. Dan the man's coming in. You're bringing your nephew, and you see these 4 other redheaded identical children with this woman. And maybe you want to encourage your nephew to play with the children. I don't know. It's up to you. Go ahead, Dan the man.
Come on, Dana. Your ma said you had to get out the house. We're doing it.
Oh, Uncle Dan, I just want to be at home playing my video games.
Look, you're gonna have time for Pac-Man the rest of your life. Those 4 redheads over there, that's the only time you're ever gonna see them because they must have done like the Build a Baby program or something.
I feel like your nephew is probably glued to like a cell phone, like playing Pokemon Go or something. Yeah, probably playing Pokemon. There's like a shiny event or something. Yeah, AJ could probably relate to that. But anyway, go ahead.
He looks over at the redheads and he's just kind of shocked at what he's seeing. He looks back to Uncle Dan. Are you sure those are the kind of people you want me to be playing with?
Listen, you go play with the kids or I'm gonna take your phone.
What?
This is what's called forced social activity, man.
He begrudgingly saunters over to the group. These completely average kids.
A6.
What do you want? I'm looking at dandelions.
Hey, look. You see that man over there? He's clearly a child predator. Looking at Dan.
I think he's a normal man having a his child.
No, yeah, that's like candy nowadays. It's like, go play with the child in my van.
I mean, I
my
guess.
God.
I just want to say that 5 is on one of the swing sets and just doing the depressed swing, just the very slight depressed swing. And it's just staying there. He's given up already.
When I give you the signal, 6, we're gonna tackle him to the ground.
That'll work. We're children right now.
Well, yeah, but we can pop out a child form whenever we want.
I think that'd blow our cover. We gotta wait till we catch them red-handed, right?
We have, oh man, I mean, look at him. Look at that beard. He's clearly up to no good.
Hey, yo, kids. This is my nephew. You like play with you.
Hello, I'm 6.
I'm 7 too.
See, we already have stuff in common. Go. Just go. Be free.
You're 7 too.
Well, yeah, I just turned 7 last month.
Hey, 7, blink twice if you need help.
That was 3 times. It's not 2.
Wait, I saw 2.
Do you want to play in Foursquare?
What the heck is that? The only thing I like to play is Pokemon Go.
Oh, no.
All right.
Ah,
Well.
yes, they're Pokemons. Let's go catch and run of them, like how the saying goes.
Seven looks over to Pasha, and he doesn't say anything, but she can see in his eyes just help.
Seven.
Pasha looks back at Deatham and he's like, "You're doing a great job."
He's gonna be the one that gets kidnapped. Don't even
There's a
notice.
message so that the other little kid and Dan the man can't see it, but he just goes to Pasha.
Right. Well, all right. Well, we could go play over here in this area of the park. None of the adults are looking at.
Okay.
It's just slightly obscured.
It's a little weird by here. That's where the best Pokemon are.
And just at the moment that a van could come and no one could see it, and
Right. Just an area where if somebody was gonna kidnap normal children, where it would be.
normal children,
Gonna
Man,
blow
kids are pretty weird these days. Like that one hit puberty real fast.
Right. It's actually weird because my real voice, I still haven't hit puberty, but this voice for some reason.
Wait. Why are you doing a fake voice, man?
It's for play. Are you coming to watch? You gonna come watch all the children of this play?
Uncle Dan, are you sure?
Dartham looks up to Dan and says, "You probably shouldn't play with us. They're all weird."
Oh, fine.
You know what, nephew? You can play with that one. He seems fine.
He had said to Dan, "Are you sure you want me to play with them?" So if Dan pointed out 5, he'll go over to 5. What's wrong with your friends?
Mental defects on birth.
I'm actually drunk. Thank you very much.
Delusions.
Well, anyways, what's your name?
Danny.
Oh, my uncle's name is Dan.
Oh, it's fun. They call me 5. We like to do the numbers thing, but it's actually Danny.
Oh, look, okay. So wait, the one that said he was 7, that wasn't really his age?
No. There's his name.
Well, what are you
Not
guys
really.
doing here?
What's this Pokemon Go thing? Let's try that.
Oh, it's the best app ever. Like you catch these like little monsters, like you walk around.
Right. We should walk over here to these trees.
So thank you for the visual props. AJ's a method actor. So anyway, so while this is happening, dear maker, let me advance the plot now.
Yes, you can, Mark. You are the GM.
Let me-
20 minutes.
So, I would like for everyone, including the watchers, to please roll me a willpower or a self-discipline roll, please. Either willpower or self-discipline, and I will make conversions. So, 21 is low. However, 21 with 6 stun points, I will say will succeed. So here's what's happening. So for a moment, something seems to come over everybody at the park, almost like they're in a brief trance, kind of, or there's something is like causing them to sort of zone out. And I think Pasha is going to be aware that it's happening to her too, but she's actually coherent and actually able to remember this after the fact. So right now, you unfortunately are like in a state where you can't move or react, but you can at least observe and see what's happening. As for the actual children, including the nephew, you are also going into this trance, and suddenly you guys start to walk in a very specific direction, briskly. You're going to start briskly walking without a word. It's very much like if you ever watch Hocus Pocus, like the kids like walking to a specific direction in Hocus Pocus. Faster though than they were in the movie. And then you will be able to, Pasha, see the kids just in the distance going in a very straight line path as you come to first, and you actually can like move, but you notice that everybody else around you is still in a trance.
Pasha is gonna. No. Brandon, no!
I put it in there so it wouldn't come on here, so you just have to edit.
Come on.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
This is really like the new season of How to Catch a Predator.
Pasha would just start running. Pasha would just start running
towards
after them.
All right. So you'll start running after them, and I'm going to say that everybody else starts to come to out of this trance. Okay. Russo, you will see the kids are gone. They just kind of blipped. But you do catch a sight of Pasha running in the distance somewhere. But you can't quite... She looks like she's going after something or someone, but you can't see who that something or someone is.
Sorry, I'll relay that to everyone else in the group. Then I'm gonna say, is that what we were looking for? Because they all just kind of disappeared, and it seems that Pasha still sees something.
Shit.
Oh, damn it. Have we all woken up from a trance?
Yeah, sorry,
So-
I should have asked that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, if they're not awake. Wake!
Oh, shit. What the?
You hit like a girl. No, I'm kidding.
What happened?
So, interesting thing happened. Another person showed up at the park, then they all just kind of blipped, and Pasha started running that way.
Oh,
We
shit.
gotta go. In my head turns bright red as well.
Turn to look around. There are rooftops, right? Like there are roofs and like
There are
buildings.
roofs.
Yeah.
There are roofs.
I'm gonna say, Russo, give me a boost over one of those buildings, or at least someone, so I can maybe get a bird's eye view.
Okay. One thing that I will also add, just as housekeeping, I meant to do this at the beginning, but I updated everybody's dragon abilities now that you had downed the Kaltenzan. So one thing that I wanted to point out, which may or may not be useful for this, is that Tyrion, as the heart of the dragon, your ability from the Keltenzan is called Teleporting Shot.
Ooh.
So what that is you make a ranged attack with a ranged weapon that automatically hits a target as long as it's within the weapon's normal range, dealing an additional 3 penetrating damage equal to the amount of the chakra you spent in addition. Equal to the amount of chakra you spent. In addition, you automatically teleport anywhere adjacent to the target. That applies to your sniper rifle as well.
Holy shit.
If you don't shoot at a specific target, you may teleport wherever the end of the range of the weapon is. So you could just shoot your gun and just teleport.
I can shoot and be there immediately.
Exactly.
That's like
Just as an
wild.
MMO.
That is okay, pretty good. All right, but I don't have my
really
gun
good
because it got transformed into a branch. Sorry, a stick.
I'll transform your gun back.
Okay.
We're friends now.
Ah,
There
okay,
you
we're
go.
No. Just give me a boost. Maybe I can get to the roofs and get a bird's eye view, or at least someone can get me up there.
Okay, I'll give him a boost. Let me roll a strength might.
Do I have to roll jump?
Yeah.
Hark?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
17 with 5 stem points.
18. Okay.
Yeah, you can make it.
Yeah. So he's as Russo gives me the boost, I just sort of jump in and throw the knife. It lands goes to the roof, and then I did disappear. I missed, and then I appear. Holy shit, that's new.
Yeah, you're very ninja. Super. I'm gonna say the Harry Potter characters are probably impressed. Like, wow, that's a cool trick.
That's pretty awesome. Listen, you guys do that. I'll try to catch up with Pasha. And I'm going to actually use my freeze time to catch
Yeah,
up
you
with her.
can. Roll a magic roll, just don't botch. So you'll be able to freeze time briefly for like a few seconds.
Yeah, just enough so that I can catch up with her.
Just so that you personally can catch up to Pasha. Okay.
Alright, are you guys gonna go follow them?
I'll follow Roxana. And let me go ahead and roll a running.
Albion would apparate.
Albion will run after as well?
Apparate, if
Or
possible.
apparate? Yeah, you can apparate right next to Pasha.
Mhm.
Okay, Pasha, to your surprise, Albion just appears in a blink next to you.
Pasha does not stop running, but she's gonna. This way also, how did you do that?
Just still running.
I'll tell you later, and he'll take off behind.
No, sorry. As Tyrion, I'm gonna take my rifle. I'm gonna use a scope. I'm gonna take a look where the kids are going. If I could find the kids.
The kids seem to be going in a very specific direction, a very specific path. And if you look in the distance, so they seem to be leaving the general town. But if you look a little bit forward, drawing a line from where they're heading, there does appear to be some sort of, it looks like a dilapidated shack of some sort just outside of the village. Maybe I would say a mile away, give or take. Give or take a
Why
mile
are you
away.
laughing, Callista? Why are you laughing?
Why does this seem ever so familiar to me?
So alright, so Tyrion kind of sees, and he's gonna start kind of running onto the rooftop. He's gonna like just essentially, he's gonna parkour his way to
It's gonna
the
Assassin's Creed
shack.
this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that Pasha, you will roll a running, Pasha. Strength running.
16.
You will eventually get up to the children. They're still like in a trance. If you want to try to snap them out of it, nothing will snap them out of it. But they're still walking to wherever it is they're walking. So it's up to you.
Albion, try a spell.
Yes, you can.
Because he's not really probably able to keep up. He's never been athletic. He's going to use the binding spell to try to at least maybe wrap some binds around one or two of the children if they're close by to stop them from walking.
When I get an opportunity, I would like to try and cast Disruption to see if I can negate magical effects. But
Go ahead. Both of you roll whatever you think you need to roll for those. You will easily be able to bind these vines and bramble burst forth from the ground and wraps around the ankles of the children, which will cause them to trip. And I think once they're on the ground, they're gonna try to like claw their way forward. But
Which ones does he get?
Which ones are you aiming for? Which of the?
He would have just aimed at the closest two. So if we want to randomize it, he didn't really pick any out.
Roll it. Okay, roll a d5 twice, and I'm just gonna go from left to right in my screen. 3. So the third child is 1 to Leon. So Leon got caught, and then 1 is Dartham. So Leon and Dartham have been ensnared, and then you've got Juan and Luke and the nephew. So if you're trying to disrupt which person specifically?
the one in front.
Okay. I'll say you'll be able to disrupt. What was your roll for disrupt? 36? Yeah. You'll be able to disrupt the nephew. So the nephew is going to start to come to. And he will seem very confused. The other two children are still briskly walking down the path, which is Juan and Luke.
Pasha's gonna keep pace with them, but I don't think she's trying to stop them. I think she's like, where are they going? I will just follow.
In the interest of time, so I'm going to say that you are able to disrupt the other two that were binded, because you only need to follow one child. So you arrive, if you follow 8, you'll eventually reach what looks like an old dilapidated shack, like I said. And I would like for everyone to roll a perception hearing. Everybody, once you reach this area, so there's, like I said, a large dilapidated looking shack, and this shack is on a fairly large, plot of land, a large plot of grassy land, and you can hear the sound of some machinery, some buzzing machinery. Obviously, the Dragon Age characters aren't going to understand what really machines are or be able to identify what this machine is. But you eventually start seeing from behind the house, coming around the house, a group of other children who you presume are the children that have gone missing. And they seem to be pushing these individual devices out of character. These children are mowing the lawn. These children are mowing the lawn. I see skulls leaving.
The card goes real.
I'm absolutely horrified.
Is there a suspicious whiff of prune juice in the air?
There is no suspicious whiff of prune juice in the air, but I will say, Roxana, that you recognize this shack. There's rumors that this shack is haunted. Some of the kids like to say it's haunted by a demon. But anyway, you remember that, at this house, the story is there used to be, this miserly old codger who lived in this house, and he used to yell out, "Kids, get off my lawn!" And the kids would not get off his lawn.
Is the shack in the middle of nowhere kind of deal? Or is it still in the?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So another roof. All right. So this is a very strange shack.
What are they doing?
Yeah. What are those damn
They're under
things?
something. So I'm gonna start going around and disrupting kids and doing my mom thing. Are you okay? Are you hungry? I'm just checking if they're okay as I just go around and I start disrupting.
Yeah, you'll try to disrupt. However, no matter how high of a roll, it doesn't seem to be able to break the spell. Something about this location specifically, the magic here is so thick that you can't disrupt the spell, it seems like.
Shit.
Question: who's the one person, Luke, that you would have left under the thrall when we got here?
Luke?
Me.
I assume, because I assume you would need 8. Is it?
The hubris.
So, how are we going to just knock on the shack or break it down?
I could project myself inside and see what's in there.
Yeah, I think we should do that first. See what's very important.
Yeah,
I can't even
I'll
disrupt the magic here. It's too thick.
I'll just prepare these. He pulls out his lockpicks, just in case.
Al will look at Pasha, since she said she was the defender, if she had her shield. He'll say, "Protect my body, I'll be right back," and he'll use his hoop to astrally project inside to get a look.
You will be able to astral project inside, and from inside, you're in this old living room with a fireplace, and right now, there's this ghostly looking fire on the fireplace. It's not actual flames. And there's this old ghost of a man. This ghost of an old man in a rocking chair, and he's reading a wizarding newspaper or something back and forth. And as soon as you appear in front of him, he folds down the wizarding newspaper and he's like, "Get out of my house!"
Al would talk to the people back outside and tell them it's a male spirit that's telling them to leave. He said, "Who are you?"
He says, "You're in my house. Who are you?"
"I'm the person that's here to take all these children back that you've put towards slave labor in your lawn."
They have too much fun. They would not in life. I yelled at every single sniveling child to get off my lawn, but they They did not respect their elders. They would not get off my lawn. And I got the last laugh. You see, I concocted a dastardly deed that if anyone has too much fun in my vicinity, then I will come out at night and I will capture them and make them mow my lawn. He does it. Sorry, he does this.
Well, whatever magic you have in capturing them, you need to let it go because you are outnumbered. We've got the place surrounded.
Sorry, he says. No can do. And with that, he disappears and he's gone. But the children are still under the trance. Unless you can find this man's weakness. Oh, I wonder what his weakness could possibly be.
May I start smashing lawnmowers?
You can. Are you gonna smash a lawnmower?
Yep, I'm gonna walk up to like the closest kid and just object his lawnmower.
Push the kid over.
You'll just push the kid over. You'll take your hammer. You will smash the lawnmower. This lawnmower will crack into little pieces, but then it'll magically repair itself.
I'm going to use an action to equip Ferelden Frostback. I'm going to cast just a daze or weakness or something at the grass and put some fire into it.
Yeah, you'll start to burn the grass, and it'll catch on fire for a moment, and then the fire will dissipate.
So I may have some information. This sounds like definitely an old folk tale that I've heard.
Don't tell me it's prune juice again.
Yeah. So you remember Mai and Tai?
Yeah, you scared them shitless with your demon.
Yeah, with your fake carnival demon thing that made kids to the lawn.
I most certainly did not make that up. Yeah. We'll need some prune juice.
I need to remember. Didn't Tyrion was given some prune juice from Mayentine? I think he kept it.
I think you still have your.
Actually,
I pull out some prune juice.
Russo gave you the prune juice that my and Tai gave him.
Yeah, so I just pull out. We got some prune juice.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Well, friends, so to speak, gave it to me. But anyway, let's get into the cabin first.
Oh, the consequences of my action. I mean, what?
So, unless anyone objects, Tyrion's gonna go up to the door. He's gonna check for traps first.
Yes, good idea.
I learned that mistake enough times, so that would be... Is that perception then? Perception C?
Yep, go ahead. Yep.
Roll 20 loads for me, please. There we go, 15.
You don't think there's any traps on this door?
Kasha backs up just in case. She takes a few steps back and just like anyone who's Al's body she'll bring backwards like nope.
Move away, guys, just in case. I'll take the blunt. And he's gonna put his picks in and he's gonna start working on the door. So, 17, will that succeed or will that fail?
That will succeed.
Alrighty. Then, yeah,
You will... Yes. Be able to easily unlock this door. It's a strange looking lock. I mean, very different from any lock in your world, but you manage to figure it out. You open it, it creaks open, you can see like dust and cobwebs and all that good stuff, and right in the main hallway, this ghostly figure appears of this old crotchety man with a cane, and he says, "You're trespassing! Get out of my house! You don't belong here!"
Oh, sorry, I'm just room service here. Just checking. I'm just here to clean your house inside. That's not a problem.
Yes, I have a problem. Get out! Get out! Get out! He starts to yell out.
I'm gonna motion for the guys like just to follow me.
Yeah, well, you can feel a force like pushing you back, so you're having a hard time going into his house. A very hard time.
Can I actually grab the prune juice and then...
You can.
I'll grab the prune juice, and then I have a spell shield on that I cast. So with that, could I start spending mana to absorb the magic as I go in?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, how much do I need to get to him?
I think over time, I'm gonna say 30.
30? Okay.
30 to get to him. With the prune juice?
Yeah, with the prune juice.
And are you just covering it up?
Yeah, right now it'll just be here.
Okay. You get closer to him, and then as you get closer, he says, "Back, back," and then he starts to. Is that? He suddenly looks very frightened. No, No, stay back. Stay back. No. No. No, not the prune juice. Not the prune juice. Ah, my only weakness. Curse you.
Just for fun, I'll splash some more on him.
Wicked Witch of the West Style, he starts to this ghost starts to melt, or demon, or whatever you think it is, as the purple puddle just dissolves him into nothingness. And then in a big gloopy, prune juicy blob puddle, he's gone. And the lawnmowers stop lawn mowing, and 8 and the rest of the kids start to come out of the trance.
I told you my idea would work. How did you guys know prune juice was going to be his weakness?
Ask
Oh,
Leon.
it was thank Leon. I'll take that. Thank you.
There's an old folk tale.
I'm gonna splash prune juice on him. Quiet, you said too much. The one on our curse on our hand, thanks to your old tail.
Art, you beautiful bastard.
I've been wanting to do this for so long. So long. You do not understand. I was like, what? I was trying to think, could be like some sort of plot for the Wizard World. I was like, yes, we need to do this. Yes.
Prune juice storyline.
I will also take the prune juice after, I'll take it back, and then I'm going to spend however long it takes to sprinkle and consecrate the whole area of the house and the field, lawnmower.
Do the little thing that the priest uses to
The power of Christ compels you.
The power of prune juice compels you. The power of prune juice. Okay.
Power of prune compels you. Power of prune compels you.
So, okay, so you guys will come back. You will be able to return the children back to their families. I'm sure Dan the man will be very appreciative that he did not lose his nephew. And
Dan the man. The shits.
Maybe on your way back, there might be some wild griffins that Valor befriends. And maybe there's a good set of 3 strapping male griffins that Valor befriends and wants to take back with them. take back with her. Up to you. So, in addition to that, Rosie, again, still asleep. I would have made Rosie awake for this, but I didn't want to take time away, so I just kept her asleep during this whole time. But she seems to be fully healed, and you can stretch her back.
Pasha approaches Albion, and she's kind of holding the pensive to her, and she kind of taps him on the shoulder, and she will kind of beckon him to not, so they're away from everyone, I think.
Yeah, he'll be actually relieved. He was hoping Pasha would consider, because he could sense her sadness and concern, and so he's glad, after having talked to Rousseau, he's glad that she approached him, so he'll follow her off to the side. Pasha, have you considered my offer?
I have, and I'm very grateful for it. However, I noted some issues with this plan. For one, if I put my memories in here and then my mind is wiped, I won't remember what is in the pensive, and also I am no mage. I can't take them out. I can't put them back in. I would need assistance.
He kind of nods. And whenever he offered this, he kind of knew that it wasn't a perfect plan. He wasn't really sure what else he could offer, though. But he kind of nods knowingly. He says, "Yeah, I've thought more about it, and listen, I think I said earlier I'm not the biggest fan of memory magic, but I do I do know that Luke is one of the most, if not the most skilled wizard I've ever encountered when it comes to this. And perhaps we can talk to him. I know a little bit about his abilities, but it's not an area we always agree on. So we kind of don't talk about it that much. But I trust him. And so maybe with what I've offered and maybe with what he's able to do, we can come up with something a little more concrete. If you're willing.
I would appreciate that. I would greatly appreciate that. And I think Pasha, she's kind of scanning the room, looking for Luke, and if like she'll try and catch his eye and basically like wave him over, like, come on, come over here.
Luke, seeing this, walks away. No, he will come over to the group and kind of not really sure what's going on. We'll just kind of look and be like, yeah, what's up?
Luke, I don't know if you've got to talk with Pasha much here, but she's got a little bit of a predicament, and you know I'm not the biggest fan of everything you do with your mind magic, but I think your abilities could be helpful here.
When Al says that, he looks a little bit ashamed because he really does look up to his Uncle Al, but he understands, like, not only what Al went through, but, like, the mind magic is very taboo in our world. So he understands, but still kind of hurts coming from his Uncle Al. And he says, yeah, whatever I can do to help. We need a memory restored. Want to get rid of a memory?
Not quite. You see, where I come from, in my culture, if you spend a great deal of time away from my homeland, you have to go through re-education. Certain thoughts and ideas do not sit well with the Qun. If you go away for a very long amount of time and are surrounded by mages and magic, then you get re-educated completely. I am talking about complete erasure of the person. And I do not wish to be erased. And Albion came up with the idea of putting my memories in this pensive, but there are complications. We hoped that you might have some suggestions.
My first suggestion would be to not go back to the Qun.
It is my homeland. Most of my children are there. How can I give up my children?
You have children? You look like you're 12. You look younger than me.
I'm a young man. I am 45 years old, but flattery will get you everywhere. Thank you.
Well, if going back is the option you need, I think I have a way that I can store your memories without you losing your own memories. It's kind of what I did with a friend back on when we went to that alien world. You remember that, Al? When I went into Dia's head and then I used her memory to paint the ship the way it was before.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that's kind of why I brought you over. I figured maybe with your abilities and the pensive combined, we could come up with a plan to maybe clone her memories in a way.
Yeah. My suggestion would be that if you're willing, Pasha, I can go into your head, pull out all your memories if you allow me. If you don't allow me, I can kind of just do it anyways. But
Albion like glares at him when he says that.
I wouldn't, Al. I'm just saying I could if it was like do or die, I could do it. But if you allow me, I could get into your memories, and then I could pull your memories out of my head and put it in the pensive.
Would we be able to go somewhere private? I'd appreciate the others not seeing. Pasha looks very embarrassed, and I'd say a little bit ashamed of what she's doing. And she's kind of looking very nervously at, Tyrion and Leon and Detham and Rousseau, just kind of like,
Yeah, we could go into the bathroom. I do all my best work in the bathroom.
Albion says, I can distract the others. Just before you go, he looks between both of you and he says, this isn't without risk. You know this, Pasha, right?
I do, but no risks, no reward.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. I sympathize with your position, and I'm not judging you for making this decision. I just wanted to make sure you knew this is very dangerous.
Okay. And
Albion will clumsily knock over a bunch of Roxy's glasses, causing a distraction. Pretty typical for him and his clumsy self, giving you guys a chance to escape for a minute.
Yeah, so Luke would take her off somewhere. I'm sure there's plenty of private areas in the bar to where people can kind of just be by themselves. He'd take her there and be like, Al is right, there is risks, but I promise I've been doing mind magic since I think I was born, so I should be pretty good at this.
Oh, I'm going to admit what you said was slightly worrying about being able to go into people's minds without their permission, but go ahead.
I shouldn't tell strangers that, really. I don't know why I do. It's exciting for me, but don't worry, I'll do this. But just know that if you allow me to go in, I see everything, like anything you've ever done your whole life.
I don't think I've done anything particularly embarrassing.
Okay. Okay. So if she allows him, he'll go into her mind. It doesn't require a roll to penetrate, but it does require a roll to be accurate. So I got to make a roll.
Okay.
He's gonna see how she made all her children. So, that'll be fun. I'm gonna actually roll on the Harry Potter Discord just so that Hark sees it because I don't want it to feel cheap. I'm gonna roll. As long as I don't crit fail, though, I'll succeed. So worry because it's me, but don't worry because it's still. I just can't crit fail. I crit failed.
I'm not literally 1-1.
No!
I'm not joking.
God damn it, no! Brandon, how could you?
I'm so sorry.
What does this mean?
Toby says that he did a little bit of research and he believes that with the aid of at least 6 of the hoops and some sort of spell that he deduced, he believes that he is able to send you guys back into your book.
Hell yeah. So this is gonna be on the way to the library. I'm gonna say Russo's stayed a little bit further behind than after a second he'll kind of just give Roxana a slight tap on the shoulder.
Everything all right?
Roxana, I was thinking about something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Remember when you told me that you couldn't have children similar to what me and Violetta are going to have to deal with?
Yeah. Emmett, my son, he's adopted. Like I said, we couldn't have kids.
Yeah, me and Violetta talked about that, and we've got a plan if we want to have more than just Balin. But, if you could, would you fix that?
Yeah, I would. We had a very unique couple of circumstances over the last few years. And one of those circumstances is the reason I am the way that I am. We're all actually, none of us can have kids.
Okay, well, it's not a hex or curse. She just happened to be a little bit too older than me to do that. And I found this, and I'm gonna open up my jacket and pull out, just no big deal, Flemish grimoire.
No way! Oh my god! she takes it. It's a book.
Yeah, and I'm gonna flip it to a page. Then one of them I'm gonna say in Elven and translate. This one right here is a potion for eternal youth. That verse I was debating on if I should give it to Violetta or not, because it was always her dream to have kids of her own. And theoretically that would age her back enough to do so.
So Roxana will look at the book for a minute. So, just a quick question. This Violetta, are her problems a biological thing, or is it something else?
It's mostly biological. She was afflicted with a curse that made her unable to get attached, and by the time she had it fixed, she was past the age of safely being able to bear.
Right. Look, it's worth a shot. If you're going to use magic, try and fix a problem, you need to be aware that there could be consequences. The whole reason I'm in this predicament is because of magic, so take it with a grain of salt and be cautious, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I was gonna leave it up to her more than anything.
Yeah, just talk about it first, obviously. I'm sure you'll do that.
I'm pretty sure if I just walked in there and said, hey, drink this, that wouldn't go over well.
No, probably not. But speaking of drink this might not be your only option. Have you tried any kind of alchemy to fix this?
Me personally, no, because I'm just not very well knowledged on most things in the arcane and the fade like that. Heck, until the whole, dragon thing, I really never even had magic available to me.
Alright. She'll think for a minute. So, look, when me and Aika were trying, he's very good at alchemy and potions and shit like that. Shit I don't know anything about. We tried a couple of different potions. That might be a safer option. But it might not work as well. I can tell you what he used. But I encourage you to try that first before you do this, because this is a potion of youth. I've never even heard of something like this. Well, we have similar magic, but it's dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
I mean, if there is an alternative, I'd love to have more options on the table. The worst thing I could do would be bringing something that would make it worse. It's just, she told me it's what she's always wanted, so I figured something was better than nothing.
This book, how did you find it? Do you know who it belonged to?
We got it into Vinter. We went to this aristocrat's house, and he was like, hey, I'll trade you your blood magic book for this grimoire, and then we kind of swindled it from him, then Tyrion kind of, killed him afterwards. It wasn't pretty at all.
I'm going to suggest you don't use this book. aristocrat, black magic, or whatever this blood magic is. I've never even heard of it. It doesn't sound like, beer and Skittles per se. Yeah. I'm going to encourage you don't use this, but look, it's your choice. It's her body. It's her whole shebang. So it's ultimately her decision, obviously. But, yeah, just be careful. And look, none of this shit might work. And you got prepared for that, because once you hit the dead end, there's no more options. It takes a while to come back from that, especially if she's tried before and has worked.
We're prepared for that. Initially, we were just gonna adopt more, but when I got this information, I figured it was worth at least telling her, and I really have no one else in the group that I can talk to about it.
Yeah. Well, you have her, and I know that's not going to be the most uplifting of conversations, because she's the other one going through it, but if it wasn't for Ika, I probably would have been dead on the inside a long time ago. So you can be there for her. You can talk to her about it. Just don't be all woe is me, because she won't stand for that shit. But you do have her, and right now you got somebody that understands. And I'm just gonna tell you, shit happens. It might not work out, and that's gonna suck. But you still have each other, and you still have that beautiful boy.
Yeah.
That you're both looking after.
I think in the end, even if we don't get what we want out of this, that's enough.
The grass is always greener on the other side, or some such bullshit.
She said that I was the first thing that brought her good fortune in a while, and I told her she was the first thing that showed me a ray out of the darkness, so I don't
that's
think
so cute. That's like poetry.
Are you always this blunt?
I'm Russian. You don't know what that is, but yes. We're all pretty blunt.
I'll have to take your word on that.
Right. Well, let's get you home to your lady then. Yeah?
At some point, kind of have to get the other business done first.
Yes, to the business at hand. And then we'll get you back to your lady. Oh, before I forget. I don't know if you have any of these plants, but this is basically what Aika used. And she'll give him, the ingredients he used. And maybe, if it's a plant he doesn't recognize, she can be like, well, this is what it looks like. Maybe go to a plant that does similar effects, and they'll try and brainstorm. And maybe Hawk will want us to roll for that later. And then we can sort out, the outcome of that later. But she'll try and relay what Aika used.
Cool. Russo will take that, then before he puts the grimoire away, did you want anything else out of this? Because this is probably the only time this book will exist here.
There's a moment where she really does, you can see, she really, really wants to. There's kind of this faraway look in her eye as she considers the possibilities. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm happy with what I have. But thank you.
Okay. Well, we better catch up before we're thoroughly left behind.
May as well.
Well, it was experience.
You could say that. Being children is interesting.
Pasha's gonna hand one a piece of paper, and she goes, "This is a letter of my disappointment with this wonder person playing me in that film. I want you to give this to director, whoever. Just, I want that given in. I want that on record, please."
Okay, I'll make sure you receive it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you guys maybe write a better ending for us.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I can't write anything. I tried, but all you can do is you set the seed, story, put it in the library, and from there it just grows and has a mind of its own. What comes from the world at this point is all you guys. I tried to intervene to make things better. That's what brought you guys here in the first place. But as you can see, it didn't work.
Well,
there's a strange library then.
Yeah, creates a world of its own, but it's your world now, so don't fuck it up anymore. Yes.
We'll do our best.
Juan says this as he like passes like a shrunken tank. A tank. Like, don't F it up. Here's the tank.
Well, I think it's already fucked about how it is, but I guess we'll try our best to make sure it's unfucked.
yeah. Do you know anything about souls and how we could potentially extinguish 1 or 5?
Prune juice.
Like I said, the soul is far more complicated than you would see.
Well, the killing curse could rip a soul out, right?
It can. But there's consequences with that soul.
Only the killing curse destroys the soul, but killing curse just the.
What sort of consequences?
It
destroys your own soul.
Like totally? Like completely?
Like it breaks it, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's only like the mass killing curse that can like shatter your soul too.
Yeah. The mass killing curse destroys souls, both that of who you're hitting with and your own. It's not pretty. That's why we made Unbreakable Vow.
Unfortunately, we can't show you the mass killing curse. We can show you the normal one. And it probably would work, but
Well, consider
your magic is different, and the consequences are. You could be different people. It's changed us.
Well, considering we're facing beings who can be infinitely reborn and who are the cause of at least billions of deaths over my lifespan, it's probably a good option C to have.
Okay.
Or at least an object that can trap their soul, keep it from moving, keep it from being reborn.
Well,
like a Pokeball.
We can tell you the birds and the wand motion, but there's one very important thing you need to remember about this spell. You have to mean it, or it doesn't. If you want to kill something, you will kill it, but you cannot hesitate. So, I mean, if you're genuine about that, then it'll work.
I think we'd only use it as a last resort.
But it's a good option to have if we need it.
It is a good option to have, though. As much as some of us don't want to kill these 4, 5, only death can stop them.
Unless we don't find another way.
Yeah, unless there's no way you can find them back in our world.
All right.
Oh God, guys! All right.
If you're gonna do this, I don't know what's gonna happen, but like, yeah.
Let's ruin Dragon Age. I'm going to pull out my wand. I am going to insert the memory of how to do the killing curse and the mass killing curse into his head.
To just Leon or me too?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give both of you the killing curse, but I'm gonna in secret implant the mass killing curse into
And
Leon.
that's gonna like see how it's done too. That might fuck him up a little bit.
100%.
He's gonna
You
see
know-
like Juan killing hundreds of people with one spell. Like, oh my
Yes. 100%. You're seeing everything. You 100. It still takes practice because even when I took the memory, it still took practice. But you know how to cast it out. But you both know the killing curse. But only Leon will have the mass killing curse.
Oh my god.
So it's going to be like a matrix. Download this information to my head.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more than that because, like they said, you will gain the memory of what it's like to actually cast these spells. And the killing curse in and of itself is a spell that takes a lot out of you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So upon reading this memory, you can clearly feel a piece of your soul like cracking or shattering from this. So you know that, man, if I'm going to use this spell, like this is like crazy dark stuff.
This is beyond blood magic.
This is beyond blood magic. Beyond. Because it's very difficult for blood magic to just... There's a lot of spells, powerful blood magic spells, that can just kill someone on the spot. Like, this destroys souls. Just when you thought that wasn't, like, traumatizing enough, the mass killing spell is even more, like, horrific and even more draining. And that is one of those spells that you feel like once you cast a spell like that, there's no going back. Like, you are 100% changed forever, and possibly may need to spend a lot of money on therapy with Tyrion's doctor, with Dr. Tyrion's therapy doctor. So,
yes.
And Darthan would actually, as the memory goes into his head, he would visibly like shudder.
Does Leon fall?
Oh yeah, definitely. He sort of slumps over, and
it's like she said, you have to mean it. And when you kill someone, you're not just killing them, you're erasing them from existence.
And this is very interesting for Leon, because Leon is Erthemiel, the god of beauty. I am telling you right now, Sam, there is nothing beautiful about this spell. So just as an FYI, this is completely like against your very being.
It's a primal rejection.
It's a primal rejection as the god of beauty.
I'm gonna like help him up here, right?
He looks him straight in the eyes. Brandon's character straight in the eyes. Luke, I understand.
Hopefully it saves your world.
Yeah.
Last resort.
Last resort.
Oh, I was also given this, and I pull out the red lyrium that I was given.
Oh, snap. Nonchalantly. Oh, yeah, I had this in my pocket.
Yeah, I got this from another universe, too. If you guys want to take it, it might be more useful in your world. I don't know how this stuff works.
Do we know what the... Who knows? Do we all know what Red Lyrium does?
I'm going to say you all know what Red Lyrium
Destroy that.
Get it up. Burn it. Burn it.
How are you not dead?
That is pure magic with my taint in it.
Oh shit, he's been using that as a nightstand decoration.
It like glows up my whole room. I don't even need to turn on a light.
Oh my god.
Go into my head right now.
I will go into his head.
You see a wave, hordes, millions upon millions of darkspawn eating, consuming, tearing over a city.
That is what could happen if you keep that.
Right. So get rid of it. Got it. Juan, can you destroy this? Juan?
I do have a motto. I can try and destroy it.
Oh, you're about to release all the darkspawn into the world.
Just destroy it. put it under, or we can take it and we can destroy it ourselves. I don't.
Yeah, take it and destroy it yourselves. That'd be great.
Probably best we take it because it's something we already know.
Yeah,
who
give
knows
it
how
to the
we're
guy
after
that's
this one.
already got it.
Oh yeah. I'll give it to the Darkspawn since it's already his blood.
I'll take it and pocket it. Also, Clef isn't here, but hey, Tira. But as either before we would have gone into the library, or maybe here if there's a mirror nearby. Yep, that's the one. I would have actually went to Luke and Juan, and would have for a second asked if Luke could transfer a memory from my head to Juan's.
Oh yeah, easy.
And then if Juan would have been able or willing to, I would have asked him to do a quick transfiguration on me. And the memory would be me in my elf form.
Yeah, I will believe that he can do that. Just as an FYI, with the power of your hoops, you could make it permanent. FYI.
Yeah, I would.
But I don't know if you suggest that. Even suggest such.
Yeah,
a
we
thing.
probably would.
Do you want to be like that forever? We can change you forever. Our magic is strong enough.
He's just kind of looking. He's been a little spaced out, just looking in the mirror, staring at himself. He for a second reaches up and holds a bit of his hair.
I will preface this by saying that if you do this, it's only external. So on the inside, you're still a darkspawn on the inside internally. And the reason I say that is because you are still capable of being the cure.
Right.
You are still capable, because if I transform you into not a darkspawn, then you're no longer able to be a guinea pig for the cure.
Right.
So externally you'll look like an elf. Internally you're still.
But he still needs the vial.
But you still need the vial.
Do it.
He just kind of looks.
Do it. You can fix.
But I'm alright.
Okay. Well, short period of time it is.
Yep, and you will, for a moment, physically, again, only external, physically transform into your elven form. And I'm going to say this is the first time that any of your companions have seen you in your elf form.
And everyone would see Daretham through it. He just kind of, like I said, hold his hair, just feel his normal hands. Oh, it's been a long time. And he kind of looks over at his companions.
You're much more attractive, honestly.
Well,
I have a boyfriend though, so
I'm also taken, but thank you.
Tyrion is just looking at him like he just sort of looks and says, "Well, you're lucky Pyrus isn't seeing you."
True enough, I guess. And he just kind of smiles and closes his eyes, and then kind of looks to the side. And again, he sees that same vision. He sees Verania and Ceres, and then he actually sees himself, kind of there. And he heads over. You guys are seeing him space out, walk over, goes and picks up the book. It's the book he wrote about Ceres. Kind of goes, and there's an image of him and Verania, Ceres there serving him tea. And he just smiles and closes the book and puts it back up. And as his hand leaves the book, just there's a ripple, and it goes back into its darkspawn form.
Let's go kill some magisters.
I look at Luke. I'm gonna keep my memory. Thank you for the offer, though. So.
Like I said, it's very brave of you. A lot of people try to get rid of those bad memories.
I look
Well.
away.
Sometimes memories make us.
I know it's not much, but Dartham really needed that. And then Russo fiddled through his pockets. I suppose these aren't similar to anything you have, and give each and every one of them a different breed of dragon's blood.
Can we drink this? What is it?
Don't
Dragon
drink it.
blood.
Don't drink.
No.
I mean, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
Yeah, don't drink that. Okay, the last thing I want to do is I want to give Taryn a hug.
I hug him back. I hug him back. Thank you.
Thank you.
And he bows to him.
I bow to not knowing my shit, but I do.
Dartham would like shake everyone's hands, especially Juan, and like give Juan a pat on the shoulder.
All right, so you guys give your goodbyes, your farewells during this brief moment in time that you guys are together. Who knows? You might see each other again later. Who knows?
Maybe we will. Very interesting.
Maybe someday.
This may not be the last time you'll end up in the library. We'll see. So anyway, with you guys, the Harry Potter characters, the Wizarding World characters will use their power of their hoops on their wands, along with the spell that Toby tries to cast. And once again, the room is going to start to shake, and then you all will start to feel this weird sensation as there's a big flash of light, and you guys, as at least the Dragon Age characters, will then blink out of existence, and from everybody else's standpoint, it was like they never even came in the first place. And then you guys will then appear again, but not in the deep roads.
Well,
you guys will find yourselves in a completely different land altogether. There seems to be, you're by a seashore. You're like by the shore right now, and there's like palm trees and like coconut-looking trees. You're on an island of some sort, it looks like. And from the Wizarding World end, I think Toby will pick up the book and he'll open up to the last page, and then he'll say, and so the dragon chakra avatars found themselves at the Chi Islands.
What?
And we will end the session there.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Companions, Tark.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Good job.
Rubber.
Bravo.
Fantastic.
Lost Clef.